I am ready to settle down now, please. I need a husband. I need a husband.
Alright guys, go and check out this compilation video. Here we go.
Please, I need a husband. I'm tired. Loneliness is choking me. I need a husband. I promise I will not be shaking Nash online again. I am ready to settle down now, please. I need a husband. I need a husband.
Wow. Wow. Can't make this stuff up, guys. I'm trying not to laugh here. I'm really not. Okay, I'm trying to be sensitive to what she's talking about here. She needs a husband.
I need a husband.
Okay, she's 46 years old. Boohoo, whining, and complaining. Okay, blowing snot bubbles on TikTok. Talking about she needs a husband. I mean, are we surprised? I mean, come on, man. We've seen the song and dance before. And this is what happens when it comes to these modern women and the whole feminist movement. They don't talk about the dark side when it comes to what happens to these older women. They're washed. They're cooked in regards to finding a man that would, you know, take this on, because this tends to be the end result. And you can't say we didn't warn you.
And if a guy is trying to take me out, I let him know up front on the first date what type of girl I am. I don't hold back, okay? I'm ordering probably 2 to 3 drinks, an appetizer, and an entree. Because, sorry, that's just the baseline. That's where it started.
So, hey, at least she's honest in regards to who she is, right? So at least we know who to avoid moving forward when it comes to these modern women, okay? She's saying right out the gate, I want 2-3 drinks, okay, hookah and crab legs. Yeah, I want it all. I want it all. Okay, so this is why you should keep your investment for the first date extremely low, because she has no real interest in getting to know you. Okay, she's only interested in getting to know the menu versus you as an individual and your character to see if your moral compass is aligned, so on and so forth, right? We already know this. I mean, these modern women go on these foodie dates, and getting to know a man is secondary when it comes to the date. Okay, so we're gonna use this information as data and research purposes on who to avoid.
You're in your 20s. Don't hook up with that person you shouldn't be hooking up with. Dating in your 20s is messy. Now is the time to give into the urges and desires so that later on,
don't do it. As someone at the later end of the 20s, it's not worth it. The only thing it's going to cause is trials, tribulations, and trauma. And you're going to have to work every single day to get over those things. And you're going to have to try your best not to project that onto the people you come in contact with. In reality, if we never sat up there and did things for the plot back then, or sat up there and put ourselves in bad situations back then because we were like, oh, we're young, I have time. No, you still thinking about it, and some of you 32 or 33 years old. Sit up there, be that wholesome individual, surround yourself with positive people. Don't sit up there and do things just to be spiteful to get back at someone. Don't sit up there and give your body or give your energy to someone that does not deserve it. Don't sit up there and try to fix someone who could care less about you. Be with people who genuinely care about you and show they care about you. But to give yourself or to do things to please others, worst advice.
Chronically single women give the worst advice, period. So when you're dealing with these women out here, take a look at their friends. What are their friends saying? Are they married? Are they in relationships? Are they going to the nightlife, you know, the club, you know, drinking, smoking, hookah and crab legs? What are her friends saying? How are they trying to maneuver and operate through this thing called life? Because if they're out here knotting and bopping, telling women to over-sexualize themselves and have a whole bunch of partners, and you're talking to a woman that has friends like that, yeah, you may want to reevaluate your situation.
Imagine this, you on the phone with the that you with, and you walk out to your car and you say that they got a flat, and you be like, oh shit, my tire flat, and he be like, oh, okay, well, you go ahead and handle that and call me when you finish.
I mean, hey, y'all said you were strong and independent. So now you want to rely on a man to fix your car. Okay, truly fascinating. Funny how that works. So you know, pick a struggle. What are we doing here? Are you strong and independent, or are you feminine and depending on a man? All right, guys, so the next video is a single 29-year-old man, okay, living alone, and he's going to be documenting his Friday night. Let's take a look. Okay, so he's packing up for the day. He's finishing work. Looks like he's in construction. Looking at the comments, he's a safety manager, so good job. Getting a fresh cut, fresh lineup. Okay. Getting something to eat. Looks like a burrito. Chipotle. Okay. Nice car. Okay. What is that? A Ford Raptor. Nice place. Clean place. Enjoying his company. Freshening up. Netflix and chill. Probably wrapping up his night. Yeah, so he's wrapping up his night. Okay, he's unwinding here. So this looks peaceful to me. Peaceful to me. So when women get online talking about men can't be alone, they can't be by themselves. Yeah, I call cap on that. Men today are valuing their peace, plain and simple. I mean, we've done videos, countless videos on this channel, especially within the past couple of weeks here. There was even a study by the Pew Research Center that was saying 63% of men, okay, especially under the age of 30, are choosing not to date. Okay, they rather watch paint dry than to date these modern women. So it's not the fact that they can't get dates, you know, here and there. It's the fact that they literally don't want to date. Don't want to date. So they rather choose their peace.
The last thing you want to do is have a child by a broke, bum, dusty mother. Become a single mom. And then have to go back into the dating world and explaining why you had a kid with a dusty, broke mother. You know how embarrassing that is? You know how much stress it is to bring a new person into your life or even try dating when you have a kid? Especially with a piece of shit. No, I can't go on a date. I can't hang out with you because I'm a full-time mother. You know how embarrassing it is to try to get somebody better than your baby daddy, but you literally let a bum impregnate you? I don't even deserve the better man.
Yo, this right here is an aha moment. It's what I like to call an aha moment. She's now coming to the realization, wait a minute, I really effed up. Let's continue here, because these types of women, you know, these single mothers here, reading her caption, being a single mother ruined my dating life. Yeah, these modern women that are single mothers won't say this out loud. They won't admit this to you in regards to what they're really thinking, right? They'll try to hold face and you know, say that, oh, they demand a guy that's 6'5". You know, some of them are just delusional, just straight up delusional. But some of them deep down inside know that they effed up. They know that they effed up, but they'll try to they'll try to pass it on to you and try to shame you into being a stepfather, right? Because you got to understand, a lot of these chicks are in survival mode. Right, they're literally in survival mode, trying to find a man that's going to accept their situation, their single mother situation. So let's continue here. This is quite fascinating that she's saying the quiet part out loud. Well, let's keep going.
I picked the worst of the worst. Out of my whole entire life of 28 years living on this goddamn planet, my baby daddy was the worst man I ever been with.
All right, so she's 28 years old, approaching 30. As we know, that's the danger zone, right? So the options are drying up. Her being a single mother is highlighted and illuminated at this point in time when it comes to the single dating market, because more and more men are waking up and realizing that being a stepfather is not in their best interest. Okay, especially if you don't have kids of your own, you've built yourself up. And she's probably hearing it over and over and over when it comes to the single dating market. But let's keep going.
Don't have kids with that man, girl. It's embarrassing. And at the end of the day, it's my fault. That's the gag. It's my fault.
So we'll give her this. She is basically holding herself accountable here. I will give her that. Because a lot of these modern women will live in delusion. In full-blown delusion. Although this video is a coping session in regards to her mistakes and the things that she's now, I guess, going through mentally. I guess hindsight is 2020 when you sit down and think about it. But yeah, I gotta give her some credit here. At least she is basically saying that it is her fault here. And that's how men are viewing it. If your baby dad was ish, you knew he was an ish. You knew what he was, but you still lay down with him and open up your legs. Why would I now have to be better than your baby dad? Right? So you want me to clean up and be the cleanup guy in the situation? Yeah, nah, I'm good on that.
Good thing I don't mind being single. It's lit being single. And I don't mean single like going and dibbling dabbing. I mean single saying to myself, laying in the bed that I made. Don't, if you're thinking about having kids with him, at least make sure he got money.
Always about the money.
And also my baby daddy has fucked up my mental so bad. I can't trust a man. Ever. Ever, 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 ever.
Trauma.
The PTSD is so goddamn bad. If I was to trust a man, I'd feel like the dumbest out here. Like, I can't get played again. If I get played again, if I get cheated on, if I get anything happen to me, I'm gonna flip out. So, you know, I just stay single. But yeah, don't get pregnant.
There you have it. Her key takeaway from her experience is money. Money. He doesn't have any money. According to her, he doesn't have any money. So what if he had money? You're just gonna throw money at the situation in regards to raising a child? Again, it always comes down to the money. They don't talk about the man's character. They don't talk about him being a present father. They don't talk about, you know, who he is as an individual. They don't talk about any of that. They just talk about the money. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. And now she's about to crash out. If one more guy, I guess, breaks her heart or lies to her, she is going to crash out. So basically, the next man is going to deal with all the trauma that she's faced from her previous situation with her baby dad. Right? I mean, this is what high value, high productive, high capable men are looking at when dealing with these single mothers. Right? But these single mothers, or some of them, will be in denial and try to repackage this as the best thing since sliced bread. Right? They'll try to package it and try to shame you into being a stepfather, not realizing that you have to deal with the chaos that she was, I guess, going through with the baby dad. And now that becomes your responsibility, and that's what you got to deal with. Plus the many other things that comes with being a stepfather. I'm just saying.